is Tuesday, November 16th. Man, I can't believe it's November 16th already. We are 12 days away, not 12 days, 9 days away from Thanksgiving. Pretty crazy stuff. But, yeah, we've got a ton of college basketball tonight. Really good. You know, still this out-of-conference schedule just keeps on rolling, and it keeps going. I think the only day that there's, like, no college hoops is, like, Christmas Eve or something. It's like, man, it just keeps rolling. But then, of course, we have Maction today. Of course, you got to watch out in these college football games. Senior night across the land, everywhere. You know, almost every game this week will be senior day or senior night. Always emotional. And then, of course, we've got NHL and just 3 NBA games. So, anyways, we'll have it all covered here, just like we always do.
Hi, it's Mitch from PickDawgz.com.
Oh, for sure. These games have to be high drama.
Here we go again.
I'm going to go big and see what happens.
Hi, it's Mitch, joined by our normal cast of characters. Got Joe Madden, Brian Bittler, and Rod Zawacki. You know, I sent out an email yesterday to our email list about the Become a Capper contest. I'm really, really excited about this one. I think this is going to be the best one we ever had. It's going to be the best one. I know we always say that, but this time I really believe it. Not just.
I believe it. I think it's going to be a good one.
I'm not just saying it. What do you think, Rod?
I think so, too. I think it's going to be massive. I think it's going to be good and exciting. Always a good contest. Last year's contest was good. It was exciting. Close contest. Lots of winners.
Think
this year's going to even be better.
Think we'll have any questions like that we already that the answer's written down right in front of us, like right in front of us.
100%.
That the answers are crystal clear. You know,
is the website keeping track of it, or is it Rod grading the picks?
Rod and Ruffalo are going to do it together.
They better video. I want to see the video.
Oh, it'll be a 24-hour series. Basically,
Yeah,
I don't know. We actually haven't really decided, but Rod seems to step up to the plate on this. So, hey, you know.
By the end of the month,
if you need to have it, then you can have it. But yeah, only 3 NBA games today. There's not a lot going on in the NBA, but the NBA is running these weird schedules, right? It's like they'll have 11 games, 3 games. You know, it's like, man, there's it's just odd the way they're doing it this year, but.
Doing like hockey's been doing, because hockey's been doing the same though. All of a sudden, one day they'll have like 12 games, and then one day they'll have like 2 games, 3 games. Next day it'll go back to 12 games. It's like
kind of like baseball.
Yeah, it's 3. It goes 3. Then tomorrow's 11. Then it'll be tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So then it'll be Thursday. There's 6 games. Last week there was 3. Friday 9 games. Saturday 9 games. I like 9 games. Sunday 5 games.
If you look, they're switching it up. On the days that there's lots of basketball, there's less hockey. On the days that there's less basketball, there's more hockey.
But we know that the day before Thanksgiving for NBA is the day. That's the day when 13 games.
Everybody plays.
Well, not everybody, but almost everybody.
Pretty close.
13 games. The day before Thanksgiving.
Maybe the Lions get their first win on Thanksgiving.
Against the Bears?
It's possible. The Bears have lost before. So.
That sounds like a real jam.
Well, that's the leadoff game. Actually, the other 2 games are good. You got the Raiders and the Cowboys, and I forget what the night.
The other ones are good, yeah.
The other ones are good too. It is. It's New Orleans against Buffalo.
Nice.
New Orleans. Nothing rowdier than a bunch of Cajuns after a Thanksgiving meal. That's what they say. Be frying up turkeys.
Cajun turkey.
Cajun turkey. It's the good stuff. Bears are 4.5-point favorites on Thanksgiving Day against the Lions. Might be on the Lions.
Lions money line.
Goffing it. Goffing it. Yeah, excited about the Become a Capper, though. So if you haven't followed us on Twitter or Instagram, now is the time to do it. Not a better time to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Also, sign up for our newsletter. I'm going to start sending out the newsletters again. I'm going to start, all the people that don't want to be on the newsletter list, I'm just going to cut you guys all off of it. Anyone that doesn't want to be on it, I'm just going to cut the list. I'm going to start over again. I only want people that are on the list. We got like 100,000 people on the list, and like I know there's only like 40,000 that want to be on there. So we'll just have, I don't care about the numbers. You know, I'm not like these other guys. Oh, I got this many email subscribers. I'd rather have people that want the email. You know, it's like I don't like getting emails. I don't want. That's for sure. I get mad about it sometimes. You ever get mad about like the spam email? It's like, these guys again.
I have to confess, I never check my emails, so they pile up. I think I have 1,600 unread.
Oh my god, that would drive me nuts.
That's
I
terrible.
like the shit. I don't like that. I don't like that stuff.
You obviously don't own two really busy websites. It's like, because if you do that, you have left millions of dollars on the table.
Yeah,
it's opportunity. That's for sure. Normally,
because my email is just all spam, Mitch. I don't have the emails like you do have coming in. So it's all spam.
You never know because you don't read them.
True.
You never know.
Maybe I'll go and have a look today.
True story. I get like a lot of emails that want to advertise on our site, or they think that like, you know, they try and tell me like whatever they're trying to get me to push for them or endorse. And you guys see I never endorse anything here, right? But there are hundreds of people every month ask me to endorse their stuff for everything from, you know, from the Manscaped to, you know, some sports book in Africa. It doesn't end. And, you know, there's some that I would consider, but, you know, we do advertise some things on the website, some, you know, the reputable sports books, things like that. But, so I got one when I was in 2007. I got one that said partnership opportunity. And I get this, they all read the same. They all say the same thing. And I opened it up, and it happened to be from USA Today Sports. So I ended up, and I still have that partnership. I'm still real good friends with those people. I've told Brian, you know, before, I'm like, I have the president of USA Today Sports on speed dial. You know, it's like, we're friends. You know, it's like, so it's, you know, you never know. You know, like all of our pictures that we have on our websites, all that sort of stuff, that all comes from USA Today still. You know, we don't do as much with them as we used to, but sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, you know. And it's like, but we're still friends. We're friends with Ryan Benini from Sportsbook Wire, who is part of USA Today, even though they're a competitor. I helped them with that site. That's who, I'm the guy they called. Anyways, it happens. Let's get to the NBA. But that was a life-changing email, actually, and that's really what I was saying, is that they ended up offering me an advertising deal, and it was the first advertising deal that I ever got. And I was able to use the money that I generated just from the regular ads on the site, you know, the ones that you guys find annoying. And I only had 5 of them. You guys probably don't, you know, we have so much content, I think that we're entitled to have a few ads on there. We're not just a page with ads. You know, we have content that happens to have some ads to pay for stuff. And I mean, that I used that money that I made from those ads to grow this entire website and, you know, where we are today. You know, to pay for this camera I have sitting here, and all this other stuff was made from money that was made from putting that advertising money back into it. So that one email, that's all it takes. And vision. And some vision. Speaking of vision, Joe, you got any vision on tonight's NBA? Just 3 games in action. We've got the Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets. Look almost suckerish here. I mean, it does look a little suckerish. Yeah. This is square versus square, so it's the Brian Bittler special. He's got his blockhead on for this one. We got the Jazz versus Rod. We have our What do we have those? What do you call it? The thing with the bubble? You know, like the level. Is that what it's called? Level. It's got the little bubble.
The level.
Yeah, it tells you that's on. So check Brian's angles here of his squareness on that game, and then we got the Jazz against the Sixers and the Clippers against the Spurs.
Yeah, I'm not loving today's card. When I look at this with the Warriors and Nets, I can't get on a side of this. I'm looking at the under. When we look at their last 9 games, 7 of those have hit that under. I'm kind of worried about that spread for the Jazz and the Sixers. When we look at the Sixers, they've won each of their last 7 games against the Western Conference. They could pull an upset. Again, not betting it. I'm not loving anything tonight. I think I'd ride the Clippers if I'm taking a side to cover the spread. I think the Spurs have too many players out.
Sorry about that. I was just getting crushed by this light over here. It's like I made it, adjusted my desk, and this light was partially covered by a monitor before. So it's like, it's just crushing me on that side. All right. I feel better.
There you go.
Rod, how about you?
And for me, I'll take the Warriors. I don't know that line looks all whatever it looks like, but I'm going to take the Warriors. I'm not taking the Nets. I just haven't liked what I've seen from the Nets. They have not been. They haven't been a cohesive team and rolled right along. I think the Warriors have been playing solid hoops, and even if the line looks like funky, I don't care. I'm going to give me the Warriors plus the points in that one, because I think it's good. We got a close, tight battle in our hands in that one. It's the only one I like. I'm not going to lay all in points with the Clippers. But do I think the Spurs can make it close? No. So the easy pass on that one for me. And the other one, 76ers, yeah, I'm passing on that one. I don't love today's card. I have 0 premium picks in the NBA today. None. We hit our one yesterday. Just lean to the Warriors.
Brian?
Yeah, for me, I think it's a chalky day today in the NBA. I think they're baiting you into taking the 76ers here, giving you 9.5, 10 points. I think, although the Jazz always have trouble with these big numbers, I think they get some revenge from that loss they took the other day, I think on Sunday. I think the Jazz should be the best free pick. And then I'll take the Clippers, lay the points there. Spurs burnt me over the weekend. I just think the Spurs are just a shell of a team. I think the Clippers lay wood tonight. So it's pretty public here, but I'll take the Clippers laying the points. And I'll take the Jazz laying the points over the Sixers.
I don't love these games. That's for sure. I like the under in the Jazz Sixers game the best of anything. The Warriors Nets is like, I don't know. It's the line's 3, it'll probably end on 3. It's one of those.
Yeah, I can see that being a question.
If you got a bad line, maybe you get lucky, get a bad line somewhere. Probably cancel your bet. Anyways. Brian, what are you selling today?
Got back on track yesterday, 4 in one day. I got my B here or B square Tuesday 3-pack, my best NBA bet, best college basketball bet, best college football bet. Going to try to keep it rolling along here for $40 at PickDawgz.com.
And for me, bounce back off our losing Sunday. Bounce back with another winning day yesterday. Keep it rolling here today with my terrific Tuesday package. I've got 4 college basketball games that I absolutely love, or 3. I got 4 best bets on the ice, 3 college basketball on the hardwood that I absolutely love. These 7 best bets are the golden ticket to slap shot and slam dunk the books as we continue to cash in. Jump aboard. Big money in hockey and hoops. Start the season, so that's all I'm going with today. Hockey and hoops.
I have 2 college football bets and 2 hockey bets for today in my premium.
All right. Move to college football. 3 games again. Maction. Senior night. Eastern Michigan, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Going to be party town tonight on the black turf against Western Michigan. Directional Michigan stuff going on there. Got East versus West. Doesn't get any more opposed than that. You say East, I say West. You say West, I say East.
I say East.
Brian says West.
I love directional Michigan.
I always do the directional Michigan parlay. Ohio versus Toledo. Even though Toledo is in Ohio. Ohio is not in Toledo. Miami of Ohio against Bowling Green. Brian, what do you think of these 3 gems?
I think they are gems. I could have a premium play in each of these games. As far as the free play goes, I'm going to go with the under 66.5 with the directional Michigan. I think it's just a little bit too high here for a big rival matchup. Unders 4-1 the last 5 times these 2 teams have bet up. And then the other one I like the Bowling Green plus all the points here. I think in MAC action, I think we're going to see similar like Akron last week almost getting an outright win. I think 16.5 is way too many points here. Falcons 5-0 as a road dog this season, and Miami, Ohio 5-12 as a favorite. So for me, I'm going to take all those points with Bowling Green.
Rod?
And for me in these ones, the one I like Eastern Michigan. Just like I said, I think this a closer game. In the directional Michigan game, give me the points you can get with Eastern Michigan. And then come in and play a solid game. And I think it's a 3-point at best. So I'll take Eastern Michigan plus the points in that one. And I like Miami, Ohio over Bowling Green. I think they run right over them. They're 4-0 at home. I know Bowling Green is 5-0 against the number on the road. That changes. They don't cover today. Miami, Ohio runs right over Bowling Green today.
Joe?
I'm going to agree with Brian. I'm going with Bowling Green plus the points. I think Miami probably is going to look ahead with Kent State next week. And I think this is going to be a higher scoring one. I think because Bowling Green will get the points. I just think it's too many here for Miami to cover with who they have on deck. So give me Bowling Green plus the points and the over 51.5. I think we see this hit 55, 58.
We got our college football line show today. Ron Romanelli joins us for this one. And should be a good one. Yesterday, our NFL line show turned into also to a betting tools demo that Joe and I did for you guys. We just barely scraped the surface on it, but we just went to 1 or 2 of the tools, I believe, and just dug in. Just started going under the hood, and you guys started seeing all the layers that were there. We didn't even come close to uncovering all of them, but I think everybody that was there really enjoyed it. I know that. You could always tell when people are coming and going, and I think once we started doing that, people just stayed, and they were just fascinated. And you could tell that they were following along at the website too, which was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I also got a lot of DMs last night, Mitch, asking for the exact website as well. Forgot to tell you about that. So people definitely saw that video and wanted to know exactly where to go.
A lot of people sliding into Joe's DMs.
Always. I like the DMs about our stats, so I will always answer those. The rest get blocked.
The best ones are the questions from people asking about the stats with pants on.
Yeah. If you're not wearing pants, then send me a video. It's not getting answered either.
With pants.
Oh, man. You guys could see my DMs some days.
I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there.
Either do I. Terrified. I don't get to my emails, Mitch. I'm just destroyed by the time I look at my normal messages.
I can't even imagine.
I never get any messages from girls in my DMs. That's the things.
Oh, I get girls too.
Because you're not active, Brian.
That's not true.
It is true. You're not active. You're not like out there, you know, showing your stuff at the club, you know.
No, that's true.
Clubbing it, you know, like, yo, I'm out there, man. I'm making it happen. You know, whatever you do, whatever it is that guys do these days. I don't even know.
Well, it might be me on Saturday since my son's going away for a week. I might be out there dancing. Doing
There
my
you
thing.
go.
I'm old and married. I still got more game than Bitler.
You get a message on Sunday from me that I'm too sick to show up for the Sunday NFL show and make up some excuse. But
I used to have some
I think
serious,
we'd be all proud of you if you said that.
I used to have serious game.
Right.
Dead serious game.
Yeah. Way to go.
Picnic.
Yeah, no excuse needed. Just tell us the truth. We'll be
Serious-
excited for you.
Serious game. Here's some. This is the serious game date, Brian, for you. Here's a little advice. Picnic. Okay. Some of those like Rainier cherries, you know, and a little thing with some shrimp with cocktail sauce that you made yourself, you know, not the store-bought stuff. Some nice, like, a good high-grade brie, you know, with those stone wheat crackers. And then the key to it all, I mean, outside of a bottle of wine or whatever, nice bottle, you know, not like, you know, $100 bottle of wine, but like a nice, you know, $25 bottle of wine or whatever, $20 bottle of wine, white wine. But the secret, Pop-O-Matic trouble.
What's that?
Picnic's not,
It's a
picnic
game.
won't work. 'cause
It's a
too
game.
cold.
It's a board game. It's
Oh,
Pop-O-Matic.
Really?
It's too cold around here for a picnic.
Pop-O-Matic trouble.
Never heard of that.
Oh my God. That's because,
Oh, as a kid, you used to play that game.
of course, everyone knows trouble, except for Joe Madden.
I'm so sorry. I've lived a sheltered life, obviously.
Joe's like not interested.
Actually, I should get that for my son for Christmas. I'll order that pot trouble.
Yeah, they have like a travel version.
Yeah,
I might have a couple of them lying around somewhere. Be surprised. You get results that way.
But yeah, it's fun. Who doesn't like trouble?
Everybody likes trouble, and also it's like you're on this picnic and you're kind of like, you know, it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? Sit there and like, all right, I'm here to make out. You know, it's like.
Oh, I was picturing it like, what's that other game? Twister.
No, it's
like
not
a
like
board
no,
game,
It's a board game. It has like
trouble,
it has a single die under a thing, and you pop it. It's like Pop-O-Matic, and it's super easy. It's not like a complicated game or like anything that's like, you know, you have to sit there like chess or something. You know, it's kind of like you just move your pieces around the board. It's fun, you know, and then you got to get the exact number to get in. Oh, I need a 4. You know, it's like
It's good for kids ages 5 and up. So
yes. Yeah.
sounds like a good one.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
and
so
up.
after you've had
That's
your,
perfect,
drunk
right.
your whole bottle of wine and you're all wobbly, you can still play trouble because you're just counting.
Pop-O-Matic, man.
Pop-O-Matic.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Hey.
Yep.
Take notes. Pop-O-Matic.
I think everything I can totally agree on before the Pop-O-Matic, but now that I've seen it, sure. I think that's a good
I'm
one.
telling you,
Don't take Monopoly.
I'm telling you.
Monopoly is a death
No,
game.
no. You can't have Monopoly because it'll blow all over the freaking place. This is perfect because it's all self-contained, you know, in its own little thing. There's a travel version.
Okay.
It's kind of like this way you're not like, well, I'm just here to suck face, you know, for 3 hours, you know, get you drunk and which you are, you know, you are. I mean, we know that, right? Everybody knows that. It's like that's what the bottle of wine is for, you know. I mean, we haven't totally lost our minds here, but it's kind of like, you know, this way it kind of like, you know, it takes the pressure off having to talk about something, which you stink at, right? It's like, yeah, hit the squares really hard this week.
Meanwhile, she has no clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to promote you to Mitch Memo. Anyways, we got hockey tonight. Skating on in. some good ones out there. There's a lot of tight ones here too. We got the Maple Leafs against the Predators, the Florida Panthers against the Islanders. How many in a row on the road is this, Rod? 23?
14. This is game number 14 for the Islanders.
Which is crazy because they've only played 12 games this season. Got the Panthers.
No, they played 12 games. They played 13 games last night.
Then why is it showing up?
Well, it's slow wherever you're looking at the number there. They didn't add yesterday's in yet.
Yeah, they did. Tampa Bay 4, Islanders 1. I demand a recap.
Sure.
Might go back to last year. Rangers against the Canadiens. That looks like a crappy game. I think they'll charge full price for that thing. And the Flyers against the Flames. And the Penguins against the Sabres. Joe, what do you think of these five games in the NHL?
Definitely some good games in here. Definitely some stinkers. Canadians and Rangers. I don't know if I like this one at all. I'm liking the over in this one, though. We've seen so much difficulties for the Canadians on their defensive side. When we look at this game, too much juice to put on the Rangers, but I wouldn't take the Canadians on that puck line. The favorite is 9-2 in their last 11 meetings between these two. But when we look at the Canadians on the road, they've won the last 5 games over the Rangers. So definitely could pull off the upset here. I don't know. I don't trust this Canadians team enough to get it. So I'm going to go with the over 5 in that one. And give me the under also in the Islanders and Panthers. This is one I think a lot of people are looking to go over, but I think this Islanders team is tired and they're not going to find the back of the net very much tonight. So both of those, I like the under.
What's your trouble color?
Or sorry, over and under.
What's your trouble color? I'm green. Like I'm the green team. I like the green ones. Are you a red, Joe?
I would have to be red. I don't know the other colors.
Well, red, blue,
yellow,
green, and yellow. I mean, standard. I don't know that.
I don't know this, Mitch. I don't know the game. I would guess I would gravitate to the red first. If someone took the red, then I'd take the blue. Yellow and green dead last. Just like candies, yellow and green are not my favorite.
I like the green.
Okay.
Rod? For me in this clump?
Well, I meant what color of trouble pieces?
What color of trouble pieces? Yeah. I'm either green or blue.
Yeah, green
or blue.
Green's good. Blue's nice. If someone else is green, I don't think I'd be.
If someone else is green, see, you're green, so that's why I said it. Yeah,
I'd struggle. I wouldn't play.
I don't have my green. I'm not playing.
You didn't get your color, you walk away. I'm not playing.
Sorry. Game's over.
No. Are you going to have Monopoly too? I didn't get the little race car. I'm out.
No, I'm the iron.
Oh, I like the dog. The little dog.
I'm the iron.
Well, see, we're not fighting. I like the little race car guy.
They got new pieces now in Monopoly. I'm the iron. Scorching the streets.
I had the Australian version, and it had some really cute little pieces, but I can't remember what they were. They were cute, though. I remember that. I only played it once. Monopoly was never allowed in our house again after that time, though.
Right? It's a oh man. Doesn't every Monopoly game start and then it turns into a family feud and the board gets tossed? Doesn't the board ever?
Everyone always hates each other. If I just want my kids to leave me alone and I want to go out and not feel guilty about not spending time with them, pull out the Monopoly game first. So everyone hates each other in 5 minutes and you're free for the night. Parenting 101 right there.
Who do you got in these games, Rod?
For me, at club in these games, we'll never take the Leafs on the puck line. So give me Nashville plus the 1.5 in that one. They're 6-2 to the puck line on the road this season, so that's a 1-goal game anyway. You slice it. So give me Nashville on the puck line in that one. I'll take the Panthers, Florida Panthers here on the puck line. I need to push it to the -2.5. I think they beat up on the Islanders in that one, as Joe said. The Islanders are bad. They want to go home. They've had enough of this road trip. You can see it just in the way they're playing hockey. They're making bad decisions on the ice. It's just awful. Feel sorry for them. Well, they're going to get another beat down here. The Florida Panthers on the puck line in that one. And I'm going to go the opposite way with Joe. Sorry, Joe. I'm going to take the under in Montreal in the Rangers game. I think we got a lower scoring game on our hands. Montreal's struggling to put the puck in the net. And the Rangers goalies have come out and they've been solid. They've been solid on defense this season. So I like the under in that one.
Ryan?
The 3 I like in that climate. Sure.
For me, in that grouping of games, I'm going to go with the Super Square Florida Panthers here, laying the puck in half. I just yesterday was a eye opener for me with the Islanders. I don't think they have enough steam to hang with Florida tonight. And I'll take my Calgary Flames over the Flyers. Flames beat them 4-0 recently. I think they got enough in the tank to take out the Flyers again, this time on Philadelphia's ice. So give me the Flames and Panthers -1.5.
I like Buffalo in these. I just think the value is there. I'm not saying I'll run out and do it. I just think it's worth a play, because the Penguins aren't like setting the world on fire. Buffalo stinks on the road. We know this, but it's like, but the Penguins. It's not like the Penguins are a -244 in this spot. So you could take Buffalo here and Buffalo puck line. And I think there's some value there on, it's just overpriced on Pittsburgh. That's where the value is. It's certainly not because Buffalo is good. That's just how you get there. But outside of that, not pretty. You got the Coyotes against the Blues. Coyotes aren't going to go win this year, that's for sure. Got one.
He got one. They got one.
Smudges against the Sharks. The Oilers against the Jets, Jets. And the Stars against the Red Wings. Brian, what do you think?
This is my least favorite time slot, but if I had to pick something, I would just take a $55 flyer on the Coyotes here, +275. I don't think the Blues -300 team. I think they lost 4 straight. Give me the Coyotes here. Maybe they get their second win. Never know. Could happen.
No chance.
Rod?
For me, I'm not going to lay that kind of price with St. Louis. The Blues win that game, but it's just a straight pass for me. I'm not laying that. And I cannot take a shot with the Dogs in that one with the Coyotes at +280. No, I can't do it. They're awful. Awful. So for me, I like the Smudges. Give me the Smudges over the Sharks. I like them on the puck line here. I know everybody's like, oh, they're not good on the puck line. They're 5-9. Well, they get a beating of the Sharks tonight.
Joe?
The only one I like in that spot.
I'm gonna ride with the Oilers and the over in that game against the Jets. I think both these teams have been led so strongly by their offenses. We hit that over number of 6. I gotta agree. I've got to go with the Wild on the puck line here. I think the Sharks are just, they're the Sharks. They're 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games. So what are you going to do with that? And I can't get behind this Coyotes team who can't find the back of the net. We got a total of 5.5. St. Louis could get over that number themselves. I'm going to take St. Louis Blues on the puck line for that one.
I like the Jets against Edmonton. I just think what you have here are 2 pretty even things going on here. And then you get Jets. Jets are home for this game. So got a little bit of a value there. It's not an I love it, but it's like there's nothing to love about Edmonton in that spot. So just a little bit of value because you're getting the home team as a mild dog, and this game they should be a mild favorite. It's like if they were -120, I wouldn't touch it, but at this price, it's like
They were. The line moved.
no, it was -106. Now it's -105.
It is now.
That's where it was.
Not where it opened. Was. Oilers were the dog to open.
I like the Jets in that one. Jets, Jets. I show it as a pick 'em in some spots. At FanDuel, it's still pick 'em.
Still pick them in lots of spots, yeah.
It's one of those games. It's like you get the home team in a pretty even game without having to pay up for that. So we know that Edmonton's underachieved.
Oh, yeah, they play down for sure.
Absolutely. I don't even know anything about hockey, and I've just listened to you guys beat up on each other.
Just one thing to always remember about Edmonton. There's some cases where you're like, what the heck did we just see out there? And others where they're playing exactly how they look on paper. They're a fantastic team, but some of those days, and those are the days that kill me.
All right. Got I also kind of like the Red Wings there too. A little bit. Same thing. It's just tough. Vegas against the Hurricanes. Oh, did we say that one? Oh, we didn't do that one. So Red Wings against the Stars, Vegas against the Hurricanes, and the Ducks against the Capitals. I like the Hurricanes on the puck line. Joe?
Yeah, give me the Red Wings. I think they're going to come out and beat the Dallas Stars. I don't like anything I've been seeing out of this Stars team. They're 2-8 in their 2-6 in their last 8 games. And Detroit, I think, is better at the penalty kill. Will come out and get the job done tonight. And then give me the under in the Knights and the Hurricanes. I think too many people are pumping up that this one's going to fly over that 5.5 total. I think it stays under this. It's 4-0 for the Knights. The last 4 games, they've been a home underdog.
Rod?
I agree. Give me the under in the Hurricane in Vegas. Hurricanes are the number 1 D in the NHL. I saw, and they'll shut down this Vegas. Vegas can be lucky to get goals at all. They'll be lucky to get 1 if they're lucky. So definitely give me the under 5.5 in that one. I also like the under 5.5 in Dallas and Detroit. Both offenses definitely not lighting the lamp a whole pile in that one either. So give me the under 5.5 in that one, and the under 5.5 in the Hurricanes in Vegas. And 2 I like there.
Brian?
For me, that grouping, I'll take my guys, the Ducks, going for their 8th straight win, I believe. You get plus money at home. I know the Washington Capitals, very tough team, but this grouping, I think Ducks have the most value.
All right. Exciting. College basketball, absolutely loaded schedule today without being totally loaded. You know, it's kind of just loaded. Got UMass against Oklahoma State. Got Florida Gulf Coast, USC. Iwapui, Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Florida Atlantic, the Owls hosting Miami. Duke, Gardner-Webb. Villanova, Howard. Troy versus Jacksonville State. UCF versus Jacksonville State. They're different states. Iona against Hofstra. Hookers and Blow. Available at the snack bar by request. Pittsburgh versus UNC Wilmington. Seahawks. The Seahawks, right? Wilmington? Yep, Seahawks.
Wilmington?
Yep.
I think so.
Siena against Yale.
Yep.
Richmond against Georgia State. Monmouth against Lehigh. Penn against Lafayette. Rutgers against New Jersey Institute of Technology, the Battle of Jersey. Kentucky against Mount St. Mary's. It almost sounds like a joke. Nebraska versus Creighton in the Battle of Nebraska. Cincinnati against Alabama A&M. Middle Tennessee versus Winthrop. Line was late on that thing. I think there's someone's probably out or something because that line was the last one to come out. Have to dig into that one. Chattanooga versus Tennessee Tech. Norfolk State, it's not really a state, against William & Mary. Towson against Hampton. Eastern Kentucky against JMU. Purdue versus Wright State. IPFW, the Mastodons taking on Austin Peay. Northeastern versus Boston University. Battle of Com Ave, Boston. Should be a good one. Cornell versus Colgate. Georgia, South Carolina State. All this is going on at 7 o'clock. Brian, you got a lot to choose from there. You can.
Hopefully, I don't get out of the time slot, but we'll try my best here. I'm going to take Miami.
Up to 7 o'clock.
I'm just messing with you. I'll take Miami, Florida today. I liked it better at -6 this morning. I see it's at around 7.5. I think they make up for their embarrassing loss to UCF, where UCF just, I don't think the score was as close as, I don't think they were as close as the final score indicated here, but I think they take out frustrations on Florida Atlantic here, laying the 7.5. Also like Nebraska laying the 3.5 over Creighton. I've been fading the Big Ten this season early, but in this spot, I think Nebraska at 1-1 gets a nice home win over Creighton. And who else? Oh, Hofstra probably plus the 6.5. I'm going to steal Rod's team against my Iona Gales. I think Hofstra, I think it's a 5-point game either way. So if you get that 6.5, I think you're okay with Hofstra.
That's where it is. It's up almost 2 points.
That's it for me.
Rod?
For me, in that time slot, I like give me USC over Florida Gulf Coast. They pound them in that one today. Easy double digit. They cover the 12. USC is way better than Florida Gulf Coast. And I'll go the opposite of what Bitler says. I'll take FAU, keep it closer versus Miami. The Hurricanes in that one. That's too many points. Give me FAU plus 7 in that one. Give me Duke over Gardner Webb. I think they pound Gardner Webb today in that one. 20-point plus win in that one. The other one I like. Down. And I have to agree. Creighton, I know the last couple seasons kicked the crap out of Nebraska. I think it's a little revenge factor. Nebraska's got the better team this season. Give me Nebraska over Creighton as they pound the Jayhawks and get a nice, easy win in that one. Give me Nebraska, lay the points. And we got all the way to all the 5 o'clocks. And then I think that's too many points for Purdue. I think Wright State keeps it closer with Purdue. They're a little bit longer than Purdue, and I think they keep this closer. That's too many points for Purdue to cover in that one. I like Wright State plus the 16.5 in that one. I think that's a closer game. And that's the ones I got in that time slot.
I like Eastern Kentucky against JMU. Just think they're more athletic. Oh, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
It's okay. You can go first. No? Okay. I'm going to take the over in Miami and FAU. I think what we're seeing out of both the offenses here, they're both putting up really good points and averaging in the 80s there. So I'm going to take the over 145 in that one. And I've got to go with Purdue to cover this spread. I know it's a huge spread. We're looking at a Purdue team that's 2-0 on the season right now. Wright State has lost their first game, and again, they didn't cover, and we saw them not cover last year. I'm not believing in Wright State to get the cover against Purdue. Purdue's too hot right now. So give me Purdue minus the points and the over in Miami and FAU.
I like Eastern Kentucky against JMU. Just think they're too athletic for them. I like NJIT against Rutgers. They never seem to get the credit, with they're due. It's kind of one of those things. It's a Bittler effect. They get overlooked because they're in JIT. I like Wilmington against Pitt. Pitt sucks. I wouldn't lay 7 points with those guys against Chicago State. They stink. I'm on Iona against Hofstra. That line looks fishy. I don't know why they're laying 6.5. It doesn't make any sense. Hofstra, it should be a pick 'em, that game. I also like Jacksonville State against Troy. Jacksonville State's been working the transfer portal ever since before there was a transfer portal. Rod had enough of my commentary. Just left the building. Stormed out. The fake freeze and bolt. Call that.
He's picking up on my stuff, hey? Rubbing off on him over here.
Joe Madden. All right, I'm going to
I remember he has to give it.
Oh, so he just left? I know, but he didn't say like he was just going to take off. He didn't say, hey, goodbye, everybody, right? Wow. Wow. That was cold. He didn't even give us premium picks or anything for the show. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he was leaving, he could have said, after his picks, I'm leaving, right? Here's my parlay for today, and, Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even have the screen ready or anything, I could have had everything set. Instead, we're sitting there like idiots with a grid across our face. Alabama against South Alabama. Memphis against St. Louis. That should be a good game. Loyola, Illinois against Chicago State. Chicago State off to a 2-0 start. Wichita against Tarleton State. Northwestern against New Orleans. Houston against Virginia. That line has dropped 3 full points. Notre Dame against High Point. NC State versus Central Connecticut State. That's a neutral sider. UT Arlington against Abilene Christian. This one is a crazy line with Arlington only getting 2 against Abilene Christian. That looks crazy. It's nuts. Iowa State against Alabama State. Rice against Southern. Illinois State against Murray State. Brian, any of these? Oh, it's better that way. How about now?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep, they can hear you. Okay.
All right, I'll start over again. I like the Charleston Shoes here over North Carolina Tar Heels. Tar Heels have Purdue on deck next. This is a huge game for Charleston. I think it's about 2.5 points too high. I think North Carolina wins this game by 9 or 10. Virginia, Houston. Virginia is the same team that lost to Navy. So if they can lose to Navy, they can get blown out by the Cougars, who got back on track, blew out Rice. I think they beat Virginia by 10 here. So take the Cougars.
Joe?
Yeah, I have to agree with Brian. I think Houston gets a nice home win here and covers that spread. They're 2-0 on the season, and it's going to be 3-0 after this one with a cover. I'm also leaning on Alabama to beat South Alabama tonight. I think they actually run away with this one. I know it's a lot of points here, but I think South Alabama will struggle again to find that net. So the basket net. What do you really call it? I call it both.
Hoop.
So
Bucket.
hoop,
The bucket.
bucket. There's 5 million things, but I don't think South Alabama is going to be able to find that tonight. So give me Alabama in that one to cover the spread.
Okay. I love Virginia against Houston. I think they have a chance to outright them. They're way better team. They are suffocating on defense, and that loss to Navy to open the season just will motivate them. If nothing else. This is the same team. This is the same team that lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament, the only number 1 seed to ever lose in the first round in the NCAA tournament to a number 16. The following year, they won the national championship. This team is resilient. They are tough as nails. Kelvin Sampson's a good coach, and this guy works the transfer portal. He's one of the best recruiters. Remember, like, he got fired from the other job because of the phone calls and all that stuff. It was Oklahoma where he got fired from because of the phoning of the recruits and the whole thing. I mean, I love that stuff, right? That's how you win. But, you can't get caught. And he did. But, at Houston, he got this team to the Final Four. He always has a winner, but Virginia's, Tony Bennett is, come on, you're going to give Tony Bennett 8.5 points, 5.5 points? I mean, that's just unheard of, You have to take the points. You have to. It's mandatory. I forbid you to lay those points.
I'm laying them.
We'll have to relegate you to Mitch Memo. You can lay the points over there. I like St. Louis against Memphis. I don't love it. I think it's going to be a super high-scoring game. Memphis is really stacked. They're, like, way stacked. And this is how good they are. So last year, Miami had this recruit, and I was bragging about him, Earl Timberlake from DeMatha High School in D.C., right? And I was like, we got this guy, Earl Timberlake, and he's going to be awesome. Well, the guy was injured the entire season. He played, like, 5 minutes of one game. Right? And then he transferred in the portal. He transferred to Memphis. And he was like one of the highest profile guys in the portal. If you look at the transfer portal list, Earl Timberlake. This guy doesn't even see the floor on this team. And he's healthy. He plays like 5 minutes a game. Garbage time. That's how good this Memphis team is. They're stacked. But St. Louis is good. I mean, they've kind of rebounded after that Rick Majerus era, like the post-Rick Majerus. We're starting to see that. We see that in sports all the time where it's like you have a great coach and, like, something tragic happens, like with Rick Majerus, or, they just move on, like Frank Beamer at Virginia Tech with, Justin Fuente, fired. When Frank Solich left, when Tom Osborne left Nebraska and, like, Frank Solich came in and he wasn't good enough for them, right? And you see it all the time. And I think, St. Louis went through that already, and now they've come out of it. And they were always a prominent team, the Billikens. 143.5 seems super low. Super low. 165.5. I think that Houston against Virginia could be 95. It's going to be a super deliberate pace. That'll be one of those games that'll be like 20-16 at the half.
I like those kind of games.
My wife's baking bread. She's asking me if I want a breadstick on the side. How's that?
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Yeah. Depends if it's drizzled in olive oil. I like it.
This is why you don't have a girlfriend. It's like, you know what you say? Thank you. That's what you say. Oh, this is the best freaking breadstick I ever had. That's what you say. This is how it
garlic
works.
and garlic salt.
No. This is how it works. Oh my God! Thank you so much. It's so hot out of there. This is the best breadstick I've ever had. It's like, this is the best batch. I know you make them every week, but this is the best batch we've had.
You're making me hungry.
We've got the bacon bread going on over here. It's almost like Ruffalo's house. Something on his
He's baking donuts.
Well, UTSA versus Denver. Charleston against North Carolina. Brian already did that game. Georgetown versus American. Battle of D.C. in that one. You ever been to Georgetown? Pretty cool spot.
Never.
Very cool place. Now Brian has left us, and Rod is back.
I'm here still.
Oh, because it's gone in and out.
Oh, he bumped you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He hip checked you into the boards. Oh. Oh, we could recap the last 2 slots for Rod. Rod, we're up to about 8 o'clock in college hoops. You got any of these games? Alabama, South Alabama. We talked about Wright State against Purdue. I think you were here for that, right?
Yeah, I took Wright State. I think Wright State's a little bigger, and I think they keep it closer with Purdue.
Oh, so you're right in. So it's Memphis, St. Louis, Loyola against Chicago State, New Orleans, Northeastern, Wichita State, Tarleton State, Houston, Virginia. Brian's on Houston in that one, even though the line's down 3 points, and so is Joe. Notre Dame against High Point, North Carolina State versus Central Connecticut. This one is such a rivalry; they got to play it on a neutral site. Central Connecticut State. Texas Arlington against Abilene, one of the Romanelli team. Abilene Christian got us that win in the NCAA tournament last year against Texas. Remember that? He was on the show. Loved Abilene. Loved Abilene. I bet it. I'm on Abilene. You know what? I'm in. I don't normally go against Shaka Smart in March, but I am now. Iowa State, Alabama State. It's a good Alabama State team this year. Rice against Southern. Murray State, Illinois State. Denver, UTSA. That's where we're at. That's exactly where we're at. That's what you missed. You could go.
Okay,
I'll take a roof flow after I went through all that.
You'll take a roof flow after you went through all that. Well, for me, I like Memphis here over St. Louis. I think the Billikens took a big hit when they lost Javonte Perkins for the season. In that one, he was their leading guy. And with him out, I think Memphis is just way by far the talented team. And I had this circle. This would have been a great game if Perkins didn't get hurt and went out. But with him out, I think Memphis comes in and rolls the Salukis, the Billikens in that one. So give me give me the Memphis Tigers over the Billikens in that one. And the other one I like Illinois State. I think that's too many points. Versus Murray State. Give me Illinois State plus the 6 in that one. I think that's a 3-point game all day. I think Murray State wins it, but Illinois State keeps it close and tight. So give me Illinois State in that one.
I wonder if Illinois State's wearing the good pants for that one. They wear those only at home or are those on the road?
I think they just wear those at home, no?
I don't know.
What are the good pants?
They have like the stripes, vertical stripes.
Oh, so swimming.
Like thick vertical stripes. Not like, pinstripes or whatever. Like thick vertical red and white stripes. The good pants. Yeah, very distinctive. A lot of these college basketball teams have very distinctive things about them. Like
good pants.
Those 400
versus what are the bad pants? What are the ones that you don't like?
Well, that would be like the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird pants. That year.
Yeah.
Tight pants. Got my tight pants on. Nothing fun about a tight pair of pants, that's for sure.
Not at all.
Depends on the person. Maybe not for guys. I don't know.
Nothing. I don't like tight pants. Like to wear tight pants. It just doesn't do it for me. Skinny jeans, tight pants. I don't know. Iowa State, 19.5 here, down from 22 against Alabama State. Alabama State stinks. They've covered the spread in all 3 of their games, but actually Iowa State, last year they were terrible. They were 0-18, and they weren't 0-18. I think they were. Were they 0-18 in the Big 12? Something like that. But they did play, against Oklahoma pretty tough and some other teams. They're actually way improved. They beat Oregon State like a drum. Just throwing it out there. You guys don't seem to care too much. Got UTSA against Denver. Charleston against North Carolina. It's okay. There's just Mitch Memo for a reason. Got Charleston, UNC. Georgetown versus American. Arizona against North Dakota State. Back-to-back days here for the Bison. Michigan against Seton Hall. That one should be a good one. Iowa against North Carolina Central. Directional North Carolina team right there. You got South Carolina or Santa Clara against Nevada. That line has dropped a full point, and this is a good Nevada team for Steve Alford. We're all interested in the California Baptist Jackson State game. That's Brian's pick on the drive-thru today. Oregon versus BYU in the feature game, and Cal State Fulton against G-Dub. Brian, any of these?
Well, you guys all thought, not you guys, but Mitch thought I was giving out the Pelicans yesterday, and I didn't give out the Pelicans. It was the other side, the Wizards. So, anyway, Mitch was wrong. As far as these games go,
we went through my picks, and you were 0-7 or something.
Already gave out Charleston. If I had to pick another one out of this grouping, I'd take Iowa, lay the points. They're not opposed to beating up on the crappy teams, and NC Central's not opposed to getting beat by a large amount. So I'll lay the 31.5, 30 points here. This one, Iowa, laying the points.
Oh, now this is interesting. See, I always tell Joe this when I do the show with her. Now I've left all my glasses in here. That, like my bifocals, my regular glasses, everything. They all have the same frames. See, they're all exactly the same. So I don't know what or what.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
I'm sure that helps.
Try
two of them.
Got the Coke glass. I wear.
I'm blind as a bat. Rod, what do you like in this slot?
In this slot, I like give me Jackson State plus the points versus Cal Baptist. I think that's too many points. Jackson State's a better team. They can keep it closer than 8 in that one. And I like Santa Clara here over Nevada. I'm going to take Santa Clara on the money line. I think they outright Nevada. That line dropped 1.5. Doesn't scare me. I think they outright them. That's why it moved. 2-0 at home on the season. Nevada's 0-2 against the number. I like Santa Clara to outright them in that one. They're a solid team.
Joe?
Give me Oregon minus the points over BYU. I think they're definitely clearly the better team here. Both teams coming into this 2-0 in the season, but I think Oregon is just going to have a fantastic game against them today. And I like the over in that one because I know BYU can put the points on the board as well. And then give me Michigan to cover this big spread. It's a lot of points against the Seton Hall team that should be able to put their fair share on, but I think Michigan definitely wins this one and covers.
I like Seton Hall in that one for me. It's, we see Seton Hall play this game every single year against. They always have this tough road game in this exact spot, like the third game of the season. And it's always a war. And I expect this one to be a war. I think Michigan wins. I think it's like a 2-3 point game. That's what it was last year at Louisville at the Yum Center. That was awesome game. It was a good Louisville team. We still had like the leftovers of the hooker and blow recruits. You know it's a good recruiting class when that happens. You know, I thought Georgetown played pretty well for a lot of last season, but I don't know. Looks funny. That one looks funny to me. Something looks funny about that. Could be the 69-60 loss to Dartmouth that the Hoyas took. It's like last year they were really good at home and lousy on the road, and this year they've already lost the home game to Dartmouth. I like Nevada. They're 1-1. I don't care. I like them anyway. Against Santa Clara. I bashed Steve Alford for many years as a coach, and I still bash him as a coach. But he's got a really good team. The thing that he has, so what he got is the thing, he's still putting it together there. he really did well in the transfer portal. And I say this all the time about the portal, but it's like the problem with the portal is the good thing is that you get guys that were number one recruits, last year. You get them this year. But the problem is then you have to get that team chemistry going again. So there was a guy when he was at UCLA that he was recruiting. He was 7-footer. And he lost the recruiting battle to Texas. And he, now it's a few years later since he's been fired at UCLA like he should have been. And that guy went into the portal and he got him through Nevada. So it's like he got him from Texas. So he's got, that 7-footer there. He's got another guy that he's got all the guys that he recruited when he was at UCLA, coming through the portal. So he's got a lot of good players there. So even a crappy-ass coach like him can win games when you got a roster like that. I like their chances here.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, it's going to be. Santa Clara's good. Oh. They're good, but they're not that good.
I think they steal the win here, because I think it can take a couple games for that Nevada team to get rolling. Just like I said, I think it takes a couple games for they get the momentum train.
I'll be giving out the UC Irvine Laverne game on my Twitter account. There's no line, and it's obvious who's going to win. But I'm going to give out the obvious choice, and then pat myself on the back for the next 16 tweets about how I won.
Nice.
My Twitter page. Hashtag Mitch Twitter. Hashtag I won. Look at me. I like that one. Also, Pacific against Stanislaus State. They're seriously playing. Love Pacific in that one.
Stanislaus State.
That is who they're playing. It's almost like Santa Claus State, but it's Stanislaus.
Right.
Stanislaus State. Who knew?
What are they? Oh, they're the Warriors.
Yeah.
Stanislaus.
Damn right they're the Warriors. We are the Warrior. I am the warrior, right? Isn't that the song? I am
Good
the
song.
warrior.
I am the warrior.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different one. Has a different beat. We are the Warriors.
We are the Warriors. No, I don't know.
Maybe it's not even Warriors.
We are.
Wait, it says we are something.
We are strong.
It's not rolling off my tongue. We are the Warriors.
We stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield. Totally on. It's not even close. Joe's like, not even close. I'm not even paying attention anymore.
Oh, I was just putting a bet in. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was working out my parlay for tonight and what the odds were, and then I had to bet it right away.
All right.
You got all excited. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I got very excited for it.
I also like North Dakota State against Arizona, plus the points. They did not beat UNLV like Brian said they would, but they did cover. And they're playing on back-to-back nights, so they're fresh. Arizona, the post-Sean Miller era, they had mass exodus there too. I think when your coach gets caught on the phone with a recruit by the FBI and they play the thing, and it's and he manages to stay for another year, it's just magic. It's how does that even happen? It's clearly his voice on the phone offering money to a recruit. It's an FBI tape, but he brushes it aside and they let him coach the season. It's I'm just not going to answer that question. I won't be addressing it. It's what do you mean you won't be addressing it? It's like Aaron Rodgers. It's all right, that's fine. I'll just do all my interviews on Zoom now. He'll be doing the freeze and bolt. It's fake freeze and bolt. It's Aaron the clock.
He'd be good at it.
He's going.
I definitely think he'd be good at it.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's doing all his post game interviews on Zoom now.
Yeah, I like it.
He won't wear a mask at the press conference. They wanted to wear a mask at the press conference. He's like, no freaking way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
right?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Good for him.
Of course. All right. Well, that wraps it up. Rod, what's your parlay for today?
My parlay today, we're going to take the Predators plus the goal and a half. We're going to take Eastern Michigan plus the points. And we're going to take Illinois State plus the points. Parlay those three up. Mixed sport.
That's a mixed bag parlay.
Mixed bag parlay.
Multi-sport, mixed bag. You're only missing NBA. You could throw in an NBA game in there. You'd have the full deck.
Then throw the Warriors into that parlay, and we're good to go. Take the points with the Warriors.
See how easy that was, Brian?
Yep.
For me, I got a mixed sport one too. I got Charleston plus the points. I got Bowling Green plus the points, and I'm gonna finish it up with the Utah Jazz minus the points against the Sixers.
Joe.
3-team hockey parlay. We're gonna take the underdogs in all
That's
three.
That's a birdcage.
Plus the 1.5. So on that puck line, we're going to take the Red Wings, Sabres, and Predators. All plus the 1.5 pays 4.89 times your money. If you take those three on the money line, it pays 23 times your money. I sprinkled on that money line as well.
Red Wings, Sabres, and
Predators.
I
think all three have a chance.
Worst name in all of sports.
Absolutely.
Best logo in the NHL with the Red Wings, and then the worst name in all of sports, the Predators. All right. I like Eastern Kentucky. I'm gonna put them with. Who's one of these gigantic favorites? I'll take Eastern Kentucky. I'll throw them with Iona and Villanova. If you must throw in UMass Lowell into that mix. UMass Lowell's good. They're good. Remember that? They came up from the other division, right, 2 years ago. They won their conference, but because they came from the lower division, they weren't allowed to represent in the tournament, kind of like Northern Kentucky did. Yeah, we've seen this before.
I could get into them.
I like UMass Lowell. 17 points in your back pocket. Could happen. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. College basketball, these shows run a little bit longer, but it's more fun for everyone.
More fun. Yep.
Be sure to enter our Become a Capper contest. The way to do that for now, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We have the first set of rules. We're working on it. See? We will have them out. Here's the first 7 rules. 3 picks per day. Max money lines plus 175 or minus 175. Picks must be in by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Contestants will be given a number, and prior to the contest, their number will be included in all of their pick submissions. All winners will be subject to all conditions, asterisk, every Friday during the contest. In addition to entering the picks as normal, each contestant must do a 1-minute video on their own social media channel, tagging at PickDawgz, Instagram or Twitter. Miss more than 3 days, it's a disqualification. Every missed day is graded as minus 200. Remember, Christmas Eve is in there, so there's only going to be 1 game on that day. So it'll be interesting to see as we draw the line in the sand. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. Going to try and be more professional tomorrow than this, which I think I took it up a notch today.
You nailed it.
I did. I think I did. I think I got this one. I mean, I stayed on topic, except for the Pop-O-Matic, and maybe a little bit of karaoke. There was a couple other things too. We did mention hookers and bashed one of our competitors, or we didn't bash them. We just teased them.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I said Mitch Memo.
Oh.
Again. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day.